Hello, hello, hello everyone! Welcome to the stream. My name is Quimby and today we are going to be playing Slay the Princess. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Jayshu for getting the first channel points award. Very cool, very pog. Milliseconds, bless Colas. It's a tough competition. I thank you for playing. Good morning, Gamer Nation. Nation Undefined! My goodness gracious me. Candy Bot. Oh my gosh, Nation Undefined? That's the notification I was texting Moon. Just zoomed over here then. Nation Undefined, I'm always saying this. I'm literally always saying this. I'm always saying this. Cookies? Yo! Cookies, let's go, let's go. Check Minecraft. I'll take a look. Take a quick gander. Have I been cooking? Ooh! Ooh, hello! Oh, your landscaping is always so pretty, Jayshu. Looking at it, it gives it so much life and movement. My goodness. I don't know how you do that. Chat, I have to tell you that I'm mad scared today, but not for any of the reasons that I was mad scared yesterday. Long story short, Tally sometimes likes to sit outside with the door open because she doesn't like it when the door is closed and she doesn't have easy access back inside. But you know, it's a little unfortunate for the whole you know, just having an open door in your house kind of thing. So normally there always has to be like someone there to, you know, to supervise her and stuff. But today, 4 Hours in a Dream, let's go 4 Hours in a Dream. But today, earlier today, we had the door open, Tally was outside, and an insect came inside. Now I could not tell you what kind of insect this is. It's about the size of like a small coin, and it's black. And it makes a like low buzzing noise, like not quite like more like a drone than a true buzz, like a honeybee does. And it flies in a very like stable sort of way, like the altitude remains kind of stable, it just sort of moves around on a horizontal plane. And it has disappeared into the house. I hope that it left. There's a solid bit there where I was chasing it and there was an open door nearby and I lost sight of it and I was watching for like 15 minutes, didn't see it show back up again. But maybe it just went to ground somewhere. People hate them. I don't know if it was a beetle. That's the end of our intro section, but I've got to talk about this real quick. I'm sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Colas. So basically it's like fine normally, except that Tally likes to chase small buzzing things. She likes to hope the dog eat it. No, I don't want her to eat it because it might have a stinger. And if it has a stinger, then it would sting her as she tried to eat it. And I don't want a visit to the dog emergency care today. That would be really unfortunate, but that's why we're scared right now. Is if I hear scrambling from downstairs, if I hear Tally start to like run around and stuff, I might have to go book it to see if I can stop her from eating an insect, because a trip to doggy emergency care is not in it's not in my plan for today. Anyway, we're playing Slay the Princess today. We're gonna see my girlfriend. Let's change to scene 3, 2, 1, and pop. Content warning! It's a horror game not intended for all audiences. BlackTabbyGames.com has a list of specific content warnings. There will also be flickering image effects and a parallax effect that can cause motion sickness. Please be aware I've not disabled either of these. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Yeah, wait, check Minecraft again? Okay, alright. Why is this spot kind of fire? Ooh, with a hill in the background. Trace, oh, it definitely looks like you're on just a nice little walk. And the berry bushes. Yeah, Jayshu, kind of fire right there. NGL. Alright, chatters, so where we last left off, we fought our girlfriend last time, and we reset the world all the way back to the beginning. So we are now going to, we're gonna start a new run, and I believe that we are going to do this as a stranger run. Now I have a save of the stranger that normally I would just start us off on if we were doing the stranger, but I want to take it fresh just in case anything's changed in the pristine cut. It's 50% of the West River down. Yo, let's go. So we're gonna hit new game and we're gonna start it out. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Chad, it's gonna be the end of the world. I want to do the entire Western Road today, so I don't need to prick myself with berry bushes later. Yeah, good plan. Berry bushes are annoying. Okay, let's see. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Seems sus. Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Do I? Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Oh, wait. Let's see. Alright. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I wonder if you make moral support the boost the seamstress. Yeah, IRL, I'm definitely not a monarchist, but in this case, the princess doesn't even rule over anything. She's just a princess. But I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Was this just the first screen but flipped?
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
I'll have to check when we see the opening screen again if this is just a flipped version.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Let's see. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I don't know, the way you're presenting this information feels an awful lot like emotional blackmail.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Hear me out, narrator? No! That's the one where I draw the line. I would, like, literally any other character in this game, I would, not the narrator.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Yeah, I'll take a womp on that clause. And an exclamation mark. Sorry, give me just a sec. Okay, I'm back. Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
We're being annoying about this here. Keep with me.
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
Yep.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
It's not quite irritating you, it's just that I don't like being emotionally blackmailed into this. I'm holding my ground on that one.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
My guy, you've told me nothing.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yay! Alright, we're gonna take a new stranger title card, just in case. Just in case, you know?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure, bud. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
To be fair, he's a captive audience, but he's also a captive audience that has the power to, control the world around me.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
I know, man. It's kind of now that we have another voice here is a little less dangerous, but still.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Here, hold with me here. Hold with me.
The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Yeah, sure, bud. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay that princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, hit me with it.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe if we're stuck going in there.
I forgot that
maybe
last
we
don't
should
believe what she
her.
says.
Maybe she isn't a liar.
Contrarian's got a point. Oh, Candy Butt wants me to drink some water and stretch. Alright, Candy Butt. Alright. I see how it is. Alright, drinking some water. Thank you, Candy Butt. Very cool, very pog. And we're doing a little standing up. Doing a little standing up, stretching kind of deal. Just a quick one, because this is the start of the stream. You know, we haven't really been going for that long. But, you know, always worth a little bit of a stretch is what I say. Also, so I've got this really... I got this really nice little kind of bathrobe-y sort of thing for my Halloween costume, but I've been wearing it kind of nonstop the last couple days because it turns out it's kind of really comfortable to just be like a little warm jacket for the house. I think narrators are inherently incredibly psychosexual in concept. The idea of an omniscient force destined to observe but never determine is incredible, and I'd love to be one someday. So it's really impressive that the narrator here manages to be someone I will simply not hear you out on. No, really, though. So shit. Yeah. Yo, Penny, hi. Be much better bird narrator, let me at him. Yeah, hi, Penny, welcome on in. I do agree, yeah, it's kind of wild in that they made a narrator that I'm not automatically really interested in. Normally narrators, I'm like, ooh, that's fun, that's interesting. This narrator, I'm like, ugh. It finally happened. Yeah, the nation not defined. We got him. We got him for good. We really got him, is all I'm saying.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
The Contrarian really speaks my language. Maybe isn't one of my favorite voices, but the Contrarian speaks my language.
Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin. They're forcing my hand.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Yeah, it's not even a wooden table this time around. It's just a table, a plain table. I want to be the BG3 narrator so bad she's so cool. You know, I actually still have not seen anything about, like, I've never played BG3, I've never watched anyone play BG3, but it looks real cool. And Ninja's voice is hot. I don't know. He's a little grumpy for my tastes. I'm very curious about the pristine blade still, always.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
It's a great question, Contrarian. Why is it a knife? Medicaid sounds British/Jade. It's so good for real, BG3. Yeah, I should really look into it someday.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Big commitment though, to be fair. Yeah, that's fair. It seems rather large. I mean, I could look into, like, I don't know, just casually watching someone's playthrough or something. I don't know, we'll see.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Because if he tells us she's a princess, then that makes it more likely that she actually will be a princess.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Sure, man.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
In all honesty, he is right. If we lose ourselves before we reach the princess, then there is no hope.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
I'm glad you believe that, narrator.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Sure.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Oh, he really just said, he really just said, get good. Could be kind of hot, though. Could be kind of hot to lose ourselves before we even reach the princess.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, that's fair, Contrarian.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, alright.
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, hero, we got this.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay. Skill issue, narrator. That's really what the narrator is telling us. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun. I'm really hot.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
It never mentions the windows.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Yes, there is.
You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
The Contrarian speaks my language. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Well, you know, I've got a lot of feathers, so I've probably got pretty heavy preening needs. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
And then we'll see. Okay, we are going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Contrarian is the only one who understands this.
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
And also it's a much more effective grip.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way, obviously. Hold
Switch
it
your
correct.
grip on the blade. Congratulations.
See, this is the correct way to hold the blade, because then you can get a good slashing attack in like that. But then also, if you need to stab, you get actual power of your shoulder behind it. Whereas if you're holding it the other way and try to stab forward, then it's just your arm. This gets shoulder. Okay, sorry.
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Genuinely.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
Contrarian is the only one who gets it.
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
We are going to enter the basement. I'll keep the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place.
Ouchie.
None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Ouchie.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Yeah, we're breaking things.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Sure, man.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ostensibly.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
Yeah, Contrarian?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
I don't think that, narrator.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Hey! Okay, we are going to take the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
It really is a very clever perspective shot, where I can absolutely read this as a staircase going up, or looking very much down at a staircase that leads downward.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
Narrator sounds like ChatGPT. I feel like the voice actor deserves a little better than that.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Oh.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh, here. Oh boy.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, look, we've got bird cursor right now.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
The long quiet.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
There she is with her big ol' eyes. Like, sounds like GPT. I think the writers deserve a little bit better than that. I think I'm a big fan of the way that they do the descriptions. It's clearly, to me, very intentional and written very carefully. Look at them big ol' eyes she's got. This is genuinely one of my favorite parts of the Stranger chapter, is just looking at them big ol' eyes. She's just looking at us. Hi, princess. Hi. She's looking. Sorry, I really like her eyes. Yeah. Oh wait, why isn't my knife being held the correct way anymore? Rip.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
What about my knife?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Our old devilish ways.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
She's got them big ol' eyes.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Yeah. Ooh, let's see. I know that whichever thing I say first will affect which princess approaches first. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
And by speaking to her, we've pulled her into existence in a way. This game.
Because I am. Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Oh, hello there, princess.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
I don't think we can put her back.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Well, we didn't come here before.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
I am irritating. That's so true.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Yeah, because if I already think things about her, then
Ooh,
yep.
New plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like your style. Alright. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
Thanks, ma'am. Okay, I've got 2 more princesses. If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
I like her.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
Bit.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under?
Oh, contrarian.
Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
I don't know, I like having the different answers.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
What's your name?
Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it? No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
Kinda hot.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
I love that little effect on her voice.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
There's 5 of them now.
Neither do
5
I.
girlfriends.
Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them.
Oh, narrator, you don't know what you're dealing with.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine?
Yeah, sure.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
I don't know if I can, but I appreciate the pep talk, narrator.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Alright. I'm getting you out of here, trying to free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement and slay the princess all at once.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Here we
You
go.
take a step
Oh gosh.
forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh gosh.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Oh gosh.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Oh, there they go.
we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Oh, yep, they're getting combined
No,
into
I
the
don't,
stranger.
because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh boy.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh, there he goes.
falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Yeah, this route's a bit rough for us, bud.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others
just don't fit.
They just
Oh, sweetheart.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Hey, baby. Yeah, hi, baby girl.
We should help her. I think we did this.
We did.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, contrarian.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please.
I'll do my best. Except Shifty Mound takes her. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No, don't do that.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. Oh, hi, Tally. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I'm a bird guy. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Hi, Shifty. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am? Or actually, no, let's do solitary lights. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
It's interesting that the blade is here with her. The blade almost never comes to the long quiet.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Let's see. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Yep. Let's see. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Let it be. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, chatters, let's figure out where we're headed on this. So first of all, our memories gallery now has The Stranger, A Peek Behind the Curtains, Likely Far Too Soon. We are missing Seeing Her Eyes Through Her Eyes at the End of Everything, which we'll get that at the end of this run. We've gotten pretty much everything on that one, so that's nice. Okay, princesses for this run. We've now completed our full complement of second run princesses, so that means that we're moving on to our third chapter princesses. I would like to go to the Fury at some point. Maybe we do that this run. Maybe I think I figured out how to do it from Adversary, but also we haven't been to Tower for a hot second. Maybe we head to Tower and then slay her. And then also I'd maybe like to figure out whatever this one is. However, you don't need the roll for your happy ending is, so maybe we do a damsel run. I very much would like to go to the Wild this time. I keep putting that one off. Then Wraith or Moment of Clarity would be nice as well. Or maybe one of the Greys. Also, whatever this one is. There's at least... Okay, there's 7 princesses here that we haven't seen yet. And I know that at least one of these has 2 variations. The something wild and the other something wild. There's 2 wilds here, and then there's also 2 greys. So we've actually technically still got like 9 from what I can tell. We've got a lot of princesses. We've got a lot of them. Okay, but for this one, I think I would like to try to find the Fury. And maybe we do that through Tower, because it's been a hot second since we've seen Tower. Also, CandyBot wants me to drink some water. Thank you, CandyBot, for the reminder. Very cool, CandyBot. Much appreciated. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do the Wild first? No, I want new princess content. I want new princess content, so that means either one of the new princesses, or Fury, who we haven't seen yet, and I do want to see Fury. At any rate, let's continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I do wonder how I get her to break her own chains, but I don't know. Sorry, jumping back into the memories gallery. Yeah, we found the stranger. Thought you said she wasn't armed. Get her to break her own chains. Okay, this is the good ending, so it's just these 2 that I don't know. Not armed and get her to break her own chains. That's it.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
The pristine blade, chat.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I will need the blade if I want to do this right.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, sure, narrator.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Because maybe even she's necessarily trying to intentionally manipulate us, but if it's us manipulating ourselves with the world. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Who knows, honestly.
Focus on the task at hand.
Sorry, I'm arranging so that I can sit weirder in my chair.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What do I want to say? I need to talk to her long enough that I get scared. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
It's not very heroic. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I am a little scared of her, actually. In fact, I feel very scared of her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Fidget's giving Jillian Speedwagon and Joseph part 2. I'll let you decide who's who. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, yay, the getting killed by her thing. Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna brutally murder us on this one. I think... Oh gosh, I think that I personally am Speedwagon because I'm just so down bad for her.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Squint at the princess even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade
Here we
trembling
go,
in your
yep.
hand, but you've already lost the battle.
You can't win the squint battle against her. Why bother? Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right about that.
She
Yep.
casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground
Yep.
with a single blow from her elbow.
Yep, here we go.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Yeah.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Oh, by the way, hello. Warning you in advance, we are going for Fury via the tower run. So, I hope you're ready to have your dreams crushed just a little bit. I apologize in advance.
As you lie,
Hi.
crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper
Tower,
hand,
yay!
and now look at you.
Yay, the tower!
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken.
Oh man,
I'd
broken.
be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Oh man.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
Ouchie.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die! The tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Time to face our goddess? Oh yeah.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Miwen, if I don't slay her, it'll be the end of the world. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
It's not even the second time, my guy.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Most beautiful being that ever was and ever will? Yeah.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Hey, you've got in-game voice of the broken.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure the whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
I don't know. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Yes, that is what it takes to get me moving. Thank you for asking.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Uh-huh.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
It was pretty hot.
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless.
But it's hot, is the thing.
She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
If he keeps telling us that she's just a princess, maybe someday we'll believe it.
And I believe your
Not
other
hot she
question was
is.
something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I'm just saying she's kind of real hot.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
She's the goddess to pledge you not to do other things with her? Well, no, not hot in that way, necessarily. No. I'm talking hot as in theater of the mind, is all I'm saying. It's kinda like, whoa, okay, ma'am. Alright, I see where you're going with that.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
You know, the way they talk about it is mostly that we're transported to a different world, but I do wonder.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
World end.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Very possible.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Thank you, Broken. I know I sound like you sent for the tower, and I am, but genuinely her telling you to stab yourself until she orders you to stop is the most badass moment of this entire game to me. She rules. Really, though. The tower is hot. And by that I mean, whoa, ma'am. Oh my gosh. Whoa, tower. Whoa, okay.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Thanks, narrator. At least one of us does. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
To quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? She's hot. It's psychosexual theater. It's literally psychosexual theater. I'm always saying this.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Narrator. Badass is when she takes control over the narrator? Yeah. It's really hot.
Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I don't know.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
I think we're just like this.
You're being annoying.
Hero. It's more abstract. It's no longer about being big or strong. Well, it's never about being big or strong. Well, maybe it's a little about being big or strong. It's mostly just vibes. It's the vibes in general.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Check Minecraft tonight. I'll take a look. J-Shoe. Second area's underway. Yo, nice bridge there. You've got such a good sense for bridges and how to make them look like how they're actually, weight carrying. It's very impressive, J-Shoe. You're annoying. Hero can be a little annoying on occasion. She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
Clearly you can't see the truth. Mm-hmm. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
He's being so frustrating, but yeah. But also for his version of victory, yeah, he's absolutely taking the right stance on this. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Gosh darn it, he's appealing to my ego.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Gosh darn it, he's appealing to my ego.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I was asking, are we special or are we quote-unquote special? I think I'm the specialest little guy ever. Yay!
Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Thanks, Broken. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay, alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You know, sometimes I do want to try to walk away from the cabin in a second chapter. All those voices in our head leading to murder. We are very murder coded, aren't we?
Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us.
Me when we keep our wits about us.
At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Proceed into the
If
cabin.
that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
All right, chat. We're gonna try and finagle things to hit Fury Root.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I know I need to fight her though.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I know that I will need the blade.
Why do we feel so small?
Space is bigger.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Yeah, space is bigger in here. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's
And the
nothing else in
windows.
here. There's definitely a mirror.
3,000,000% a mirror.
There isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
I think I'm handsome.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Aw, thanks, narrator.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
Hey, yeah.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I don't know, it might help this construct stay together. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, we're not going to approach the mirror because I think that's the same text as last time. We are going to take the blade though.
You take the blade from the altar.
Me when I
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Me when I come all the way back over here after going up the altar and back down. Enter the basement. There goes the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase, its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
Oh, good.
This is actually kind of nice.
Me when we're chillin'.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, alright, narrator.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Yes, ma'am.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Yes, ma'am. Slaying is no favor unless we slay ourselves. Well, we'll see,
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
We're going. Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Whoa, Jayshu, why are you yeeting Voice of the Broken? Come on. Voice of the Broken is just hanging.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
So I deserve, obviously. Well, alright, as long as you're chill with that, I guess. Also, sorry, that was my neck cracking. I keep forgetting to not do that on mic. Princess, my queen, my goddess. Yeah, it's her. Hi, Tower.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
I love her. Whoa, Candybot, Jayshu, why are you using Candybot to send Voice of the Broken to the Shadow Realm? Come on. Can't we be a little silly around here? We'll say yes, hi.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
I think you're pretty. How can you kill a voice? That's so true. I don't think anyone has successfully killed a voice ever.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Yeah, sure, let's drop
The
it.
blade slips from your fingers and clatters
We'll resist
uselessly
later.
to the floor.
We'll resist in a bit.
We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
I will. In a bit.
Kneel.
I don't want to be too compliant. No. Oh.
But the words don't leave your mouth. Instead, your legs buckle and your knees hit the floor.
Because I want a chance. Like, I want to resist, but I don't want to resist so much that she pushes back and we end up with apotheosis, you know?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Okay.
The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Okay.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
You.
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Jayshu, don't mute Voice of the Broken. They've got a valuable perspective here. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Oh gosh darn, I'm being too compliant.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
She's so pretty.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's
I don't
inevitable.
think so.
There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What do for transformation? Oh gosh, no, we gotta fight it though. Ooh, if I ask questions, there's autosaves if this goes wrong for me, but what happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Ah, gosh darn it.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Kinda hot. But I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. Can't let the change of leopard. Yeah, I know, Corvigay. I know, but we gotta fight her.
I say, Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Option below. We'll pledge ourselves to her at some point. Features in pain because I'm so silly.
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Kinda hot. Pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Probably were, but you know. Stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft
She's so
contemplation.
pretty.
The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
The way she's looking at me, I can't believe I have to kill her.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
She is honestly brilliant radiance, I'm not gonna lie.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Ma'am.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Oh boy.
Your
Hero?
hand lifts
Hero?
the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Oh, are you thinking about how all this happens in real time? That all this discussion that's happening, she's just standing there for? End this. No, we're gonna. Oh, come on. Okay, we're pulling up the autosaves. We're pulling up the autosaves. Can I go back far enough? Oh gosh darn it, chat. Gosh darn it, we might not be able to pull this away from Apotheosis with the autosaves that we have. We might have to restart the chapter. I think the last save I took was at the beginning of the Stranger chapter. I could speedrun it. And Candybot wants me to drink some water and take a little stand break, which I will do. Look, guys, I'm sorry. It's just, drink some water, we're doing a little stand. But I haven't seen Fury yet, and I have been to Apotheosis. So, we gotta do Fury on this one. We gotta get that. Gotta do the Fury stuff with it. Alright. I mean, we'll check again. I'll check this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have options for refusing her on this, which means, unfortunately, okay, chat. I'm gonna speed run this. Okay? Fury has much more to offer. Yeah. Yep. All right. We have to speed run from the beginning of the Stranger chapter. We're gonna just speed run. We're going to take the blade. We're gonna hold the blade the other way because I still argue that that's the correct way to do it. Enter the basement. Center staircase.
You can physical.
Can I help you?
What?
I think I
How
love
was
her.
that? What happened
This is
to
Stranger.
us?
Yeah, this is back where we. This is the last save that I had. That before we went there.
I feel and he's just being.
Okay. Oh well, options.
I don't have any.
Right.
Okay, we gotta keep zooming.
Wait,
let's just-
go on. You take a step forward. You can all exist.
Yeah,
What
there
it
we
is.
go,
We're not
there
lucky
we
for all of
go.
us. I think
What happened?
we. I don't. It's a little.
Okay. I'll do my best. Okay.
Is-
Approach
I'm
the
begging
mirror.
you, don't
Princess
do
Soup.
this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't tell that the mirror never scared him before. Okay.
This. Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Voices are small and distant as you approach. Silence. It's you. It's fine. It's literally fine. Proceed to the cabin. It's literally fine. There's no problems. It's fine. Approach her. I want strangers first. Yeah.
Something.
Ooh, wait. Oh, wait. Why don't I have this option to speak? That thing I met in the space outside the woods. I thought that was a dream. What? What? Okay. I think the game bugged. I think the game did something funky. Anyway, gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, these ones are a contradiction. I'm sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Actually shows unavailable options. We get a bit silly with it. Oh, yep. You're right, the game is kind of silly, and this is an option available in a new action. Wind a path first before meeting the entity. Neat. Okay.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception.
You know, actually, we should be speedrunning this too.
She
Because
asks
I
me-
have to get through the first chapter too, to be able to.
You're.
Okay.
You make your. We're not.
We're just
interior of the blade.
zooming. We're gonna do the squint war again, but we are zooming.
Her voice. Don't. Good. She's so. Focus on the.
And there
Okay, we're just
you
speedrunning
are.
this really
Are
quick
you here
because
to kill
we
me or something? Then
Don't you? It's fine.
we're just speedrunning to
ignore-
get back to the tower.
I'm probably changed. So
She's on.
I'm not. Yeah. Well, if she's bluffing,
You
well,
go
she
into
kills
this-
us. I'm not dropping the
Then
blade.
I'm not talking to you.
You
Squint.
stare. The two.
Squint
you
harder.
little-
Slay the princess.
you
It's too
charge.
late.
She
She's
casually-
getting
shouldn't have,
us.
But she doesn't stop there.
She's so hot.
You
Okay.
shouldn't have let that fit.
is this really the best?
This is the end. I'm afraid it. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. All right. The
Your
tower.
honor, you're here to slay her.
We're just gonna proceed to the cabin. We already talked here.
A warning. We might. Can we? I'm not. You're being just.
we're
I agree. Rescue.
Zoom
So
in.
please.
Zoom in. Proceed into the
If that's what you
cabin.
want, I guess I don't have a say here.
All right. All right.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Maybe saving the cabin entrance. Yeah, that's what I was gonna. I was gonna take a quick save here. All right. I also really quick want to hop into memories and see. No, wrong. That's adversary. I want tower. Yep. Okay. Cool. We didn't do anything too
The
awful there.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
We are small. We're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, this time I guess we're gonna be real contrary. Gonna do a whole ton of
The door
resisting.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps.
You know,
it's
let's
still
zoom
her
through this.
Is
We've
that
already
a
done
ga-
this.
You weren't. We need to get down. Should we be? It doesn't matter.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort.
So you need to
Every
always
step
fire?
requiring you to
Sure that you
clamber
will.
over one edge
Got it,
before
thanks.
dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast. The princess towers
Okay,
over
there
you.
go.
The
Hi,
chain
princess.
is nothing to her.
The
Sorry,
little bird
sorry, I'm just
has
zooming through our
brought that knife
introduction.
again. Drop it.
Tighten your grip. Okay.
As if on
here we go.
command, the blade
Now
slips
we're gonna
from
keep
your
going
grasp.
normally.
It clatters uselessly to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Ah, heck.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your
Okay.
legs buckle,
Darn it.
and your knees hit the floor.
I've been kneeled.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
I'm gonna.
The last time we met,
Yeah, narrator, get with the picture.
nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Unfairly targeted nicknames. Yeah. The bird nicknames. Rip.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Remain silent.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open?
Ah, heck.
Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Ah, heck.
You're less broken than I thought.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Hit me with it.
Pick up that needle.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
The ghost hand. All I've got is to pick up the blade.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Yeah, okay, we'll stand.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft
She's so
contemplation.
pretty.
The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance. Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
Okay, this time you should have some
You
options.
don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Long quiet shadow. Yo, you're so right about that, actually. End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Why? Oh wait, I can't resist, but I can slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Resist is always unavailable. I figured that out a second later. For some reason, I didn't register slay the princess as being an option, so I was like, no, what did I do? No, but okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're on the right path. It's fine.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
It just registers fine.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
Well, here we go.
Don't.
As you take another step forward,
Some pain.
the blade
I
digs
have.
into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease.
Oh man.
It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Oh man.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Okay. Yay. Yay.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Oh boy.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I think
That's what she wants.
I don't have
You,
that big of a
heroic
choice.
one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it.
Thank you, hero.
Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Don't you dare get off. Oh no, I'm with hero on this one.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
She's so hot. Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Kinda hot. You are aware it would be much faster and less painful if you weren't here. That's true, it would be faster and less painful, but unfortunately we persevere. She's gotta stop doing that. She's gotta stop being so incredibly
You
hot.
continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
Alright.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
I know she does that every tower chapter, but I keep getting jump scared and flustered when she does the bird thing. Yeah, the problem is it's really effective.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
Oh.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
Mercy. Ah, I wish.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Hi.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Hi.
Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
Oh, she's smiling at us.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Oh, I wish.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it?
Trying to slay the princess, that's the delusion. Sure seems like it right now.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
No, yeah, we're gonna slay that princess.
No.
Sorry, Broken.
Yes, though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Yeah, I know, Broken. I know. On this one, it's real rough, isn't it? It's okay, but the fury. I know. I will say I'm well aware that we're role playing. Consider fury hot. Fury hot. I'm well aware that we're role playing. We're doing great. We're having a good time here. But thank you for the clarification.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a
Achilles
decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Achilles heel.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
We did the Oblivion ending? Not yet, no. I am afeared.
But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Aw, I'm so sorry.
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Okay, whoa, she's really hot though. Oh my gosh, ma'am.
We can do this, can't we?
Yeah, but oh my gosh.
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Ma'am.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Ma'am. These people laugh when they don't feel joy or fun. But yeah, it's really hot when they do it. Whoa. Oh, she's so pretty.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
Ouchie. I do gotta say again, I know I mention it every time, but the way that Tower and Apotheosis in particular play with light and shadow is nothing short of magic to me.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Rip.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
One Punch Princess? Yeah! She's a radiance. She is. She really is.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
This is just like when the Smitten has to watch us kill the damsel.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
I'm glad you're doing well, hero. I am dying. Because there's really little difference between Broken and Smitten. No, genuinely, there's very little difference between the two, and I'm fascinated by that relationship. I love to think about the way that those two are just mirrors of each other. She's laid text, not cruel, more scared. Yeah. Oh. I love the way that this game uses the text and the fonts as yeah.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
Oh man.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Yeah.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Sure.
I guess.
Sure, it's worth something.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The way he phrases that is a mercy. Except. Chapter 3, The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Chest stab is new for this version, right? It was just the anklet before. I think we did manage to do the chest stab before. Did we? I genuinely don't remember. Huh, that's a good question, Corvigay. That's a great question. Mad respect to Voice of the Broken just simply crying. Reads Great to Fury's flayed open chest design. No, okay, chest stab is... Yeah, we haven't killed the tower since I think the first time I streamed this game. Just always happens after ankle. Yeah, we haven't killed the tower since the first time I streamed this game, so it makes sense if we didn't remember that. Just missed it then? Yeah, seems like it. Oh, Broken.
I think he's upset.
Yeah, buddy.
And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god!
Hey, Stubborn, good to see you, man.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
Oh, Broken.
Can't say I have
Something
much
to-
sympathy
No.
for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed.
Oh, you guys.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
That's true.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
Alright, narrator.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah, it's not really woods. These are like finger trees. Woods, I know, right?
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Alright. Flush. Does it look like chicken legs? They do look like chicken legs. Yeah. Definitely joints at the very least. Just like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when it comes time to make a choice. At this point of no return, you mentioned, then what happens? Okay, I do want to, yeah, if we hit this point of no return you mentioned, then what happens? Their bird legs? Their intestines? Ooh, these ones, yeah.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but is there something after the end?
Listen, we've been having a lot of quote-unquote endings for a while. I feel like it's a fair question. My organ art studies are informing me correctly. Oh, let's go.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there. If there even is a there.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
Because we're going to win.
Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You'd better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
Oh, Broken.
What a crock of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Oh, listen, guys. Hey, don't be mean to Broken.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count. Testants don't have those black pointy things going off the surface, do they? I think these ones are, yeah, these ones are more like bones, but I think that this all is looking very intestine-y to me. Everything that's happening here with like the veiny parts.
We died.
If you're lucky. Oh, if the not having the intestines not having the black pointing things? Oh, okay. Oh.
If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Oh, broken.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think we have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
I changed once, but this isn't that.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Okay. Okay, just add some water to drink. No matter what happens next, it seems like your answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
All right.
That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Mm-hmm.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Yeah, Broken, I do love you, but it's my first time on this chapter 3, and I tend to always trust the third voice on my first go through of a chapter 3 to, because I feel like they tend to have the strongest pulse on the situation, so we are going to be listening to Stubborn on this one.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Ah, rip. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
How big that mirror is.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Oh boy.
That's horrible. You did this.
I think technically we all did this.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again. And this time it's blocking the door. You know what? They might be tumors. Ooh. So I think about another mirror. It's very fun. No, absolutely. I love to hear it. Any insights you've got, please throw them at us. I think it's neat. Yeah, tumors more likely. Ooh, that's good. Oh, it's fun. It's a fun concept. The mirror's blocking the door.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No more messing around. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Alright, Candybot wants me to drink some water, which I, as a good little child, will of course do. I gotta be drinking that water. Gotta be staying hydrated.
What are you trying to say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
To be fair, he's not exactly wrong about that.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you.
Not sure about water, but blood is available in this hall. That's so true. I can see it right there.
It's in our way. Let's just smash it.
You and I smash the mirror. Okay. I am going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Alright. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Yeah, a bit strange out here.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? Are you still on about that mirror? It's not real. I'd know about it if it were real.
I don't think you'd know about it, narrator.
No, we can't doubt our eyes like that. It has to be real.
Because the things said intestines, but I was trying to think why they saturate more like fat deposits. The tumor is pretty close, if not a bit stylized. Plus, we're literally a foreign body intruding on hers. Kinda hot. Kinda hot is all I'm saying.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Very hot. It's kind of hot out here. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna smash
You bring
it.
your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement.
Oh, well,
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
honestly, I see nothing hot in this. Well, again, it's not hot in a real literal way. Like, if I was encountering a situation in this in real life, I wouldn't be like, whoa. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of nasty. But this being, you know, a work of fiction, and existing as largely a metaphor, for a lot of things, it's a, yeah, the thing about being like a foreign body intruding on her is kind of a neat concept in fiction. Remember, I do need to caveat again that anytime I'm saying like kind of hot or, you know, the comments of other such nature about this game, most of the time it is in a fiction psychosexual kind of way, not in a real world kind of way. I do not think that killing people is hot in the real world.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
I just think that narratively we can get a bit silly with it.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in
tumorous
uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Yo, it did say tumorous growth, so I think tumor is maybe our best bet at the moment.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Of course, in the context of psychosexual, the Fury world I don't find particularly hot. Very ace, but also imagination room scene of storyteller's art. Well, it's not. I mean, just the concept of like this place as the body is of her inhabiting this entire world is kind of neat.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Ooh.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
Ooh.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
Kind of neat.
See how you've soured my once divine melody.
Okay.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Interesting.
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
Slight changes of pristine cut. I do think so. Yeah, I don't think she talked so much about the whole you know, stopping her ascension thing in the original.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Yeah, I very much like that already with one of the things that I've noticed across the pristine cut is that it does a lot better of a job of tracking intention and actions across playthroughs, like having different dialogue options based off of which options you took to get to that point. Something ascension was before, but no melody. Yeah, her talking about it more is what I was speaking of there. But yeah, no, it's done a lot better job of tracking which paths you took to get somewhere. Like, I've done 2 witch paths already, one where she escaped and locked me in the basement, and then one where I just attacked her, and I had different dialogue options to depending on which one I'd done, which made it feel a lot better to me.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
I don't know, an abomination maker?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on.
Is that the case, really? Is what the case?
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Didn't see much change in all chapters. Yeah, it's nothing like hugely major. Like notably for me, it was that I was I had not taken the blade but gone back upstairs to retrieve it. I came down and she gnawed her hand off. Normally, any path, like in the original, any path you took from there would lead to Beast, but in that one I inspected the hand before closing the door, which let her escape out back up to the first level and lock me in, which is something that wasn't possible in the original. And then there were dialogue options for it, so it's nothing huge, and it didn't like lead to new paths necessarily in the next chapter. Just some different dialogue options to match better what my actions have been. I think it was it? Because I've taken that path before of going upstairs and getting the knife and then looking at the hand, and I'm pretty sure she didn't have that option, but who knows? Who knows? Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
There's an option for you to be sure she ends up. Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I'd taken the exact course of action that I'd taken before. And but Fury, whoa,
the princess
whoa,
stands
Fury.
in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Flash, yay! Yippee!
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
No clue.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Oh boy.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears.
Oh, man.
It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Muscle.
She is loose, and she is coming for you.
Oh boy.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Put yourself still an option? I don't know.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Alright. I think if I talk, she might just, Ooh. Okay, here's the thing, is that I'm going to take a quick save here, because I want to see what happens if I try to talk to her, but in case she does just kill me if I do, then I want to come back because I know that there's more options here. Pristine cut starts. Yeah, I want to make sure that we get some new options explored. Wait, we don't have to do this.
You're right. We don't. But I want to. So badly.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
Okay, we're gonna see.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
You want to get unwound? We'll hold it for a second.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
We'll hold for a second. We'll see if this turns out.
You should all just be grateful she's decided to keep us alive.
Oh?
Even in her defilement, she is merciful.
She's decided to keep us alive?
We're not out for the count just yet.
Damn cheater, give me my insides back. Okay. Killed you last time, only killed you last time because you're gonna the world. We should die. I know. Except for what we did to you, we did horrible things to me too. Is all this supposed to end? We can't just keep killing each other forever. This is no time for word. Step forward and engage your enemy. Ooh. I do like, you damn cheater, give me my insides back.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh boy.
You don't have the means to speak anymore, do you? How tragic. It is tragic, though, isn't it? I'm not satisfied dividing fear and indignation from your eyes alone. A quivering mound of flesh is no companion.
Oh, there's one too. Gosh darn it.
She snaps her fingers, and the basic form of a vocal system assembles before you.
Whoa.
Now, little bird, what was it you wanted to tell me?
I said, give me my insides back, please.
Oh yes, because begging is going to help with this one.
It's better than the alternative. She's in control here. Without her mercy, there's nothing we can do.
I don't think she wants to give us mercy.
I have no mouth and I must scream. Oh my gosh, so true.
I didn't think I'd see you begging so quickly. How pathetic. In another life, I might have even thought it was adorable. But all it does now is fill me with contempt.
Just submit already. What is there left for us to do?
Ooh, it's hopeless to submit or seize control of your broken body and lay waste to your foe. Listen, I'd love to submit, but I do want to see... I'm supposed to be listening to the stubborn right now, so I'm going to seize control of my broken body and lay waste to my foe.
Skin flayed and organs flapping, you charge towards the princess.
Oh?
That's right. She'll never stop us.
Still you defy your god. I've made the mistake of underestimating your resolve before. Never again.
Oh?
As you swing for her heart, what's left of you... explodes.
Me when I explode.
So that's it. It's over. Just like that.
We've got stubborn at this, so there might be a chance.
Of course it's over. It's been over since the very first moment we laid eyes on her.
This is the final note of your discordant melody. You will not return again, because you will live in that single tone forever.
No! No! It's not over! We're a god killer! We've returned from death itself twice!
Come on, stubborn.
Didn't you hear her? We're not dead.
What's the difference? From many perspectives, there isn't one. But functionally, that is, from your perspective, the difference is massive. You are entirely laid bare, spread to each corner of the room. Yet you are wholly aware of the state you're in. Incapable of movement, but entirely capable of perception. In fact, perceiving your state is the only thing you can currently do. You are preserved, perfectly, in the amber of her torment.
Neat.
We're more than this. We've lost bodies before. We just have to lose this one and make another.
I'm very interested in what Stubborn's got going on here. Things worse than death. I'm so sorry, this is the hottest ending. It's kind of neat so far. I'm supposed to lose this one. I can't do anything right now. She's not letting me. She's going to get worse. She gets worse every time we get to new cabin. Shed this vessel then next. I do want to ask, how are we supposed to lose this one?
I don't know. You're the one who makes things happen, so make it happen.
Shed this vessel for the next, alright.
Absolutely not. I refuse to let you just decide to die with your task unfinished. If you die here, the world is doomed.
But you do die. There's a great release as you loose your grip on what's left of your flesh and blood. And yet, you are still here. Chat? Just conceptually, conceptually this ending is really hot so far.
Your Honor, where the hell are you? Are you already at the Princess?
Yeah.
This place is different. Rotten. Death all around us. I want to go back.
Hi, Hunted. It's worse than death and all that. Yeah, oh my gosh, hi, Hunted.
So you've returned already, and I remain here. Is this our final destination?
Oh boy.
The Princess tilts her head to look at you, and with a gesture, you are unwound.
Yay! Oh, this is fun.
Again? Already?
Clearly I left you with too much room last time. Perhaps this cell will hold you better.
You know what to do. Again.
Die again. Again, you relinquish your body. And again, you find yourself here, but somewhere else. You still try to slay the goddess because it's neat.
Your Honor, she's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Hi, Smitten. Good to have you here, bud.
You, guy who describes things, you better start saying what we do this time.
Yeah, come on, narrator.
And what are you doing?
Slaying her.
Attacking her, obviously.
Right. You charge towards the princess and...
There is no spark in you, only matter devoid of life.
Smitten and broken at the same time. Almost too powerful, I would say. Nose broken? Hey, yeah.
You explode.
Again.
Here we go. And again. You let yourself go and you are living once more.
You're on a path. We are not on a fucking path. I have no idea where we are.
Hey, cheated. I still love the bone spur that makes her heals. Also, we can see the pins now, and that's really hot. That's kind of hot.
We're in the middle of a fight, so act like it.
So you are. Okay, you dive towards the princess and we're unwound. Yes, her head swivels creakily on her neck, fire in her eyes as your body unravels with blinding pain.
We'll keep going.
No.
Again.
Again! You have no body. You exist. You are reborn.
Your Honor...
No time. You, narrate, now.
Yes, of course. Pristine blade grasped firmly in your hands, you fly towards the princess before she can turn to face you.
Yep.
You might actually do it this time.
I can feel that body of yours slicing through the air. How many more times will I have to scatter you?
Oh, baby girl, we're just getting started.
As she turns towards you, the very essence of your being begins to flake away. Your muscles, then organs, then nerves laid bare and screaming as the rest of you is stripped of substance.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's just a body.
So true, Cold.
It just needs to last long enough to sink this blade into her heart.
But it doesn't last. You are disintegrated. Everything goes dark.
Oh? But there is no you to die.
How many times do I need to pulverize you before you finally understand? You are nothing. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive.
She's not exactly wrong with what we know of the Long Quiet to be. Are you so stubborn? 'Cause I'm silly!
That feels... right.
We are an empty void.
If we're nothing, then why are we still here?
Okay, stubborn, okay.
Because we always have been. If we're nothing, then how can we do anything? The same way we always have. Being nothing has never stopped us. Now end this. End her.
Look, the Long Quiet. The Long Quiet's appearing.
You cannot win if you cannot be.
End this. A force races towards the princess's exposed heart. Threads of texture pulled from an all-encompassing nothing. I thought we might be.
How? I've scattered the atoms you clung to and there was nothing there to find. You can't exist.
Oh, honey. The threads pierce her heart and cradle her spirit.
It's over.
Look at that. Chat, this ending's really hot. This ending, it's kind of hot. I'm just saying, it's a high top tier ending NGL. It's neat. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, I think I understand you now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do the things I did to you. I don't think I knew what I was doing.
So Threads of the Void, I think. It looks like it, yeah. Whatever makes up the Long Quiet. Hot.
She sounds genuine. They always do in the end.
Okay, Cold.
It's cold, but I'm going to be okay, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
GG.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Love you baby girl, for real. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
You don't need to comfort them.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. You have to go. 07 broken.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Hi, Tally. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Hi. Yeah, it's Tally.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Hi, Long Quiet. Sorry, hi, Shifting Mound. It's me, I'm the Long Quiet. Sorry. Okay. Memories. Fury Angel felled as a demon scorned. Oh, there's plenty to do here. Oh boy, blade is still here. Your hand. Oh, I can remember. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hit me. Oh, okay. Meaning we can find together. Don't need to count anymore. Oh gosh, okay. Well, there's plenty to do here. We will be coming back to the Fury. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Next time we'll approach her from the adversary. Let's see, do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart.
Neat.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
I want to see more of her. Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Let's see. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Let's see. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Alright, then. Cool. I'm leaving a lot of dialogue options so that I can visit a few of them every time I come here. I don't want to run through everything every time and then get tired of it. I'm trying to spread it all out. So I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. The hero and the princess. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do this time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, chatters, let's take a look at our memories gallery. First of all, I want to just check to make sure. Yeah, we got a weathered heart. I still need a weathered heart held in ribbons. We'll see if we can figure that out. But, preserve perfectly the Emperor for torment. It's not where God Killer. We've returned from death itself twice. And, little bird, what was it you wanted to tell me? Okay. Still got quite a bit to do here. Still have a number of options to do there. So we have Wraith. We have Moment of Clarity. We have the Wild. We have whatever this is. We have the Gray, and we have whatever this is. But I'm sort of drawn towards doing the Wild. It's been a hot second since we've done the Wild. The only question is, do we approach her from Beast or the Witch? I feel like we've done several Witch. Maybe we do Beast on this one. So let's start heading towards Beast. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. No, here. We'll see. We'll see. Oh gosh, candy bar.
The
Okay.
interior of the cabin is almost
Modern sketch
entirely
time.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Alright, chat, we're doing our little stretch break right now. We're doing just a little stand-up stretch break. If you haven't been doing that, if you've been sitting for a while, I would recommend that you just take a sec, just stand up real quick. It's important. And yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You're going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It's literally probably doing her a favor.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We do a little danger just as a treat. Let's continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You
Hi.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Well, you'd be surprised, hero.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Ma'am?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I suppose.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me?
Yeah.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip
All
these
right.
chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Well, that's because she's based.
She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
Back to chapter 1. So I am back to we've got voice of the broken out here again.
Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
We do indeed.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Yeah, it got bigger. Alright. Hello? Are you the princess? Talk to the arm. Arm, are you the princess? Arm, please, are you okay?
Why don't
Hello?
you come closer? I have something to show you.
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't have this choice beforehand, because I'm pretty sure I've taken the route where you just investigate the arm from here without closing the door. And I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong, but I am going to close the door right now because I want Beast.
You
What was
close the
there?
door
Was it?
behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place.
Sneeze.
Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh, maybe I just didn't see it before. Come on out. Let's just get this over with.
I can wait. I'm very patient.
venture into the shadows. If there's any change in chapter 1? Okay.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade.
Aw, man.
It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is.
Yeah, it's the end.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Oh, man.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, man, chat, this is so sad. Chapter 2, The Beast.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, wait, I want to check really quick on my memories of the beast. See what we have left to do. Okay, I do need to get swallowed up. Fire to the death. What great eyes you have. Interesting. Interesting, you can fight her to the death. Huh. I don't think I've ever done that before. I do mean to get swallowed up this time, though. Wait. Hasn't this already happened before?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Way to be one with your goddess? Exactly!
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
I don't know, man. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Oh, I love Voice of the Hunted.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin. Let's go. Let's check it out.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I do very much like the cabin revamp for Beast. This feels a lot better.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's
assure
a
you
table,
there is.
the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I assure you there's a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
There is.
What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. Or it's dangerous. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
You're not handsome. You're nothing at all. I don't know. I think we're kind of handsome. I think the teeth beak is kind of... I think it's kind of hot. We're going to... No, we are going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Hi.
I can smell you.
Hi.
She sounds almost feral,
She sounds neat.
impatient, or maybe eager.
She sounds cool. Which likes to smell too. Yeah, oh my gosh, and they both come from very similar roots.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She could be anywhere except that she's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Yeah, now we've lost sight of her.
Remember, she's just a princess.
And if we think that, then it would be fine, but I don't think that.
She is certainly not just a princess.
And Hero and Hunted don't think that either.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Fair.
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
I'm not sure that's why my heart is pounding, but okay.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
Narrative wants us to believe she is just a princess. That is true. That is what the narrator keeps trying to do. He's wrong categorically, but you know.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Now, moving sounds great, but I could say we don't have to kill each other. You know that, right?
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Well, I got.
She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Rip.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no, this isn't it.
Oh boy.
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
I don't think narrator is wrong. Narrator's narrating, but his narrating is getting weaker and weaker. Doesn't have the power to keep her as just a princess if we don't believe it.
You spoke when you needed to act.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight.
Awkward.
The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Awkward.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back,
and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her.
This is such a hot sequence.
Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Like, this conversation in particular, her telling us about how she tried to get out of here, kinda hot.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
Don't you harm her? That's a good question. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do.
That is a bad thing to do.
That's a great question. So I know that the decisions I make at this point will determine what voice we carry with us into the next chapter. But I don't remember what voice we will get from doing what. I know that if I want to actually kill her, I'm going to need to start digging with a steel claw right now. 'Cause you have to do that from the very beginning, like no hesitation. But I don't remember if that leads to the wild or not. Could let her go, but I think that would result in me taking her to the long quiet. I could talk to her a bit, see where that gets us. Can you talk to the cabin?
I understand it, and it understands me. Talking is for those who don't know how to listen.
You have to die inside for wild? Yeah.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
Probably dying together works too, I don't remember. Well, we're gonna take this route and see who we end up with.
The cage is still locked.
You know, we can always go back to wild with a different voice.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this.
There's also Den. She has to kill me for us to reach Den. I think if I'm eaten, Den is expanded pristine cut. Yeah, we've done Den before though. We've already gotten Den unlocked. I want to get at least one wild. I don't know Den much. Den was very compelling last time I was there. I am excited to do more with it. I just want to hit wild first.
We are drowning in death. There's no more space for words.
Let's see. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive.
I acted on my will, fledgling, and you acted on yours. The strong triumph, and the weak submit or perish.
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
You need me to want to free you, don't you? You can't force me to let you out of here.
Every creature craves freedom. You will too before you die.
But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, chat, that is where we are going to end the stream for today. We're going to put this in our first overwrite slot. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, one of the goddess, sort of. Thank you everyone so much for coming to the stream today. I hope you had a good time. Wild, so beautiful. Wild, so beautiful. And we're saving it for next time so that I can really give it the gravity that it deserves. I love the wild. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow. I'm currently streaming Tuesday through Saturday, starting a little after 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We are a Path in the Woods. We are a Path in the Woods. Yep, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing this game, finishing out probably this run. This is our third princess, and we're almost through with it. So yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming up with that. For the moment, everyone, make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. You know, drink water, take your meds, get some sleep, take it easy. It's been a long week for a lot of us, so just, you know, give yourself time, give yourself space, look after yourselves. Love you guys lots. And yeah, bye Kribigate, bye Voice of the Broken. Lovely seeing you. Okay, bye bye.